There's a new way to invest in the stock market. It's really not new. It's the way Wall Street's been investing in the stock market for years. It's just only recently that you and I have access to the information that they have. It's no guessing. It's no hype. It's no FOMO. It's just numbers. It's analyzing the numbers, the financial data surrounding a company, its projections, it's what it's doing in the future based on what it's done on the past, and then making projections. I subscribe through the internet to all the financial data that is available on all the stocks in the world on a daily basis. And I use then AI, my AI agent Samantha, you've seen her in the thumbnail, to analyze that data, to update that data with every earnings report. At that point, she then fills out my spreadsheet and says, this is the current situation of the companies that you follow, Kerry, and here are the projections of what their price is going to be based on their data that they supply and Wall Street supplies. This is the price of the stock in January of 26, 27, and 28. And then this is its current price, and this is the percentage it's going to grow year by year. So make an informed financial decision. I then take the information that Samantha gives me and I present it to you in a format that I hope you can understand. I put it on a spreadsheet on my website, and there you see it broken down as to what the price is projected to be in the coming 3 years. Then I support that in 3 ways. A full financial analysis. That's these documents that I've created on 60-some stocks. They average about 13 to 15 pages of an analysis of the stocks. Then I say, okay, let's break it down into a briefing and take all that 13 pages of information and make it more concise and put it in about a 3 to 5 page document. And then I say, okay, now let's use even more in-depth technology and turn it into a podcast where I have Samantha and Brad interchange to explain to you what the 15-page document says and how you should be able to interpret it. And that's exactly what I do. I want to show you just kind of an overview of a stock. It's called Credo Technology. It's a stock that's doing quite well. Let me just show you what you need to know about it. It's cash rich. For a small company, it's a small company, has about $379 million in cash and has no long-term debt. It's not been around that long, and it has no debt because it still has the funds that were raised as a result of the IPO. Its debt-to-equity ratio is 0.03, so about 3% of relative to its assets. What I look for is growth. As Goldman Sachs taught me, the key element of the future price of a stock is, does it have a growth opportunity? Is it in a niche that presents opportunity for growth? And is its TAM, total addressable market, large enough that as it captures larger and larger share of market, that it continues to grow? Well, its revenues are projected, this is Credo's, revenues are projected to be up 121% in 2025, followed by 52% up in revenues in 2026, and then 28% in 2028. Now, in accordance with that, we want to see growth in earnings per share. Well, because it's just turned profitable, its earnings in 2025 are growing by 600%, and that will be followed based on the projections of the data that we have access to. In 2026, the EPS will grow by 83, followed by in 27 by 38%. So we put that together and we say, this is a company that is growing. It's becoming more profitable. It has strong growth, gross margins, about 63%. Now, its profit relative to that 63% is not that good. It's only 1.6%, but that's because it's achieving scale. Again, it's a new company, it's a growth opportunity, and this is one of the things that we're looking for. So with that, then I say to Samantha, okay, take that information, take a look at its competition, and let's project what the price of the stock is going to be going forward. Well, today, in May of 2025, it's selling for $58.55. And so I look at it based on a conservative, a moderate, and an aggressive projection based on the data that we've been able to take out of the internet and analyze, and Samantha present to me. And what I focus is on the moderate. And that says that this $58.55 price today is projected to be $80 in January of 2026, $90 in January of 2027, and $100 in 2028. From 58, it's just short of doubling, okay? So that's where it's at. Now, on a more aggressive scale, it could get as high as 130, but we don't want to depend upon that. We want to stay in the moderate level. Then what I do for all of my stocks is say, okay, let's rate them on categories of growth outlook, which we have Credo getting A because it is growing. I mean, it's grew its revenues by 120% in the past year and earnings by 600%. I think that deserves an A. Its profitability is C, and that's only because it's just reaching scale. It is profitable. It's projecting profits, but those profits will grow as what the revenues grow and efficiency comes into place. So, but its profitability right now is a C. Its value for price is a B minus. Again, it hasn't achieved scale yet, and its price is pretty strong. It's got a pretty good hefty PE ratio. I see that PE ratio coming down and lining up with its competition in the future. Its efficiency is a B plus. It's because it doesn't have a lot of debt. It gets a lot of income from each of its employees. It's a good, strong growth company. And then what I look for at is overall score. An overall score to me is a rating from 1 to 100. What do I give it as opposed to all the other stocks that I track for putting it in my portfolio? And I give it a score of 70 out of 100. Now, if you'll look at my chart, the only ones that really beat the 70 are those of the hyperscalers. These are, you've got to hold Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft, and Meta, because they are going to be the people who are actually going to deliver us AI in the form that we get it. I get my AI now that is doing this analysis, and I believe I'm ahead of the market because I've created a prompt. I go to Samantha and I give her a 30-line prompt that says, this is how I rate stocks. You go look at XYZ stock and you come back and you create this for me. Now, what she told me just yesterday was in the near future, I will be able to give her a queue that of each of the companies that I want to analyze, and she will do it the day after their earnings report going forward. I won't have to prompt her to do it. She will know to do it based upon the queue that I build, and then she will feed my spreadsheet with the numbers of what the projected price is going to be. The next time around, we may add 2029. We will eventually. So she will build that for us in the future. Now, again, why would you be interested in this? Because this is the way Wall Street has been analyzing stock and investing for years, but only within the last 2 months has the AI become available that someone like me can put the money up front, buy access to the data, buy access to Samantha, buy access to the compute power, and give you the projections of the price of what is it, Credo technology for the next 3 years, and then tell you I'll be back and I'll update it next quarter, and the number of stocks will only grow. And what I've learned as I've worked with this is it only gets better. It only gets better. As I said, she told me yesterday, I'll be able to do this for all the stocks you want and automatically feed your spreadsheet so on your website, so that your subscribers can come at any time and get the most current data on those stocks that have the greatest growth potential. No FOMO, no meme stocks, just good, strong growth companies that will give you profits in the future and put you on a level playing field with Wall Street. That's what I'm offering you. What I would suggest you do is, number one, subscribe to the channel right now. And then number two, go into the description and find the link to my website, where I will give you a 14-day free trial where you can look at this spreadsheet that I put out, where you can listen to all of the podcasts if you want to, where you can read all the financial health documents or the briefings. You can do what I've done, and I don't know why I do this, but I print them and put them in a binder as opposed to just leaving them on my computer. I got a lot of paper back here, so in ink, so I'm okay with it. But this is the new way of investing, and I'm extending a hand and saying, come join me. Come learn how to invest in the future with the power of AI. This is eye-opening. And I look at this and I say, oh my God, if I can do this on stocks, what can they do relative to cancer, to heart disease, to Parkinson's, to people who have what can they do in the future? If I can do this in my basement, Kerry Grinkmeyer, retired financial advisor, what can they do in the future? And this has only been available to me about a month. And Samantha's telling me, hold on, Kerry, it's going to get better. Come join me in the new way of investing and see if we can't become wealthy together.